Every gardener knows the dread of a dry spell, that sinking feeling when days stretch into weeks without rain and your once lush plants start to curl, fade, and give up. But here's the thing, long before irrigation systems or plastic hoses existed, farmers in some of the driest places on earth were growing thriving crops without ever watering them the way we do today. Their secret was a root trick so simple and so powerful that it transformed poor, parched soils into living reservoirs of moisture. It's an ancient method modern gardeners are rediscovering, and once you understand it, you'll realize your soil has been capable of holding far more water than you ever imagined. The secret starts underground, not above it. Most modern gardening advice focuses on how often to water, but ancient farmers thought differently. They didn't ask how much water they could pour on their plants, they asked how much water the soil could hold and reuse. The method starts from the bottom up, by building a living sponge beneath the surface. The key lies in deep organic layering. Instead of mixing compost into the top few inches, ancient growers buried thick layers of organic matter deep into the soil. Straw, leaves, animal bedding, or manure, then sealed it under several inches of topsoil. This underground layer decomposed slowly, creating a moist, microbe-rich environment that captured every drop of condensation and rain. When the hot sun baked the surface, moisture from below would rise as vapor, feeding roots from underneath. It was a closed-loop water cycle, a natural version of today's self-watering planters. Except not that by nature and powered by biology. One of the oldest and most brilliant versions of this method came from ancient Africa, India, and the Middle East, the clay pot irrigation system, also called ola watering. Farmers buried unglazed clay pots near their crops, filled them with water, and covered them. The pots sweated moisture slowly through their porous walls, delivering it directly to the roots. No surface evaporation, no wasted water. This was the original precision irrigation, long before anyone invented drip lines or timers. The soil around the pot stayed evenly moist, encouraging roots to grow deeper and stronger. Modern gardeners can recreate it easily. Bury a clay pot, or even a terracotta wine cooler, up to its neck near your plants, fill it weekly, and cover the top with a stone to prevent evaporation. It's cheap, silent, and astonishingly efficient. But here's where it gets interesting. Many ancient gardeners combined the buried organic layer with clay pot watering. The result was soil that not only held moisture, but actively circulated it. Every drop fed the microbes, every microbe fed the roots, and the entire system stabilized itself naturally. What makes this method so effective isn't magic. It's biology and physics working together. Organic matter buried deep underground decomposes slowly, generating mild heat and releasing carbon dioxide. That process draws cool moisture from surrounding soil and air pockets, trapping it below the surface where roots can reach it. At the same time, this decomposing layer acts like a sponge, absorbing any rain or dew that seeps down and holding it long after the surface dries out. Roots grow downward to chase that hidden reservoir, making plants more drought-resistant over time. Ancient farmers understood that water in the soil behaves like air in a balloon. If the structure, meaning soil life and organic matter, is strong, it can hold and release moisture gradually. If the structure collapses, as it does in over-tilled or lifeless soil, the water escapes immediately. That's why this trick still matters today. It builds a living soil structure that stores water naturally. To try this in your own garden or raised bed, you don't need to reinvent ancient farming. Just recreate the principles. Start by digging down 12 to 18 inches, layer the bottom with rough organic material. straw, shredded leaves, sawdust, or even small branches. Add a layer of composted manure or green waste, then top it off with rich garden soil. If you want to go all in, bury a small clay pot, called an olla, in the center of the bed before planting. Once planted, mulch heavily with dry leaves or wood chips to trap surface moisture. The mulch insulates the soil, while the buried layers hold water below. After a few weeks, you'll notice your watering needs drop dramatically, sometimes by half. Over time, that buried organic matter becomes humus, and your soil starts to regulate itself. Even during dry spells, the plants keep going because their roots are drinking from a reservoir you built months ago. The beauty of this ancient method is its sustainability. There's no runoff, no wasted water, no need for pumps or timers. Every drop stays where it's needed, in the root zone. Unlike surface watering, which trains plants to depend on you, this method teaches roots to find their own moisture, creating stronger, more resilient crops. And when paired with regenerative practices like cover cropping and no-till, it becomes part of a self-sustaining ecosystem. You're not just watering less, you're building a soil that waters itself. Our ancestors didn't have irrigation systems, but they understood the rhythm of soil and water better than we do today. They trusted biology to do the heavy lifting. By bringing back this forgotten root trick, you're reconnecting with that same living intelligence. One that can keep your plants thriving even through the harshest dry seasons. If you're ready to grow smarter, not harder, start experimenting with this method today. Your plants will show you the results in weeks. Soccer stos endure. Greenerly. Shopterstiding leap, chopperteasebs, and growth that doesn't quit, even when the rain does. For more lost soil wisdom and real regenerative gardening techniques, subscribe to Gentle Herbal Living, where we dig up the past to grow the future.